Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live Show. I'm not sure if my headphones are working or not, so we're going to figure out how this goes. Welcome back, happy Friday. We're Sunitha, along with my co-host Tracy from Miss Tracy Kessler. We hop on every Friday to talk about everything North Fork. We have to take a minute to talk about the weather because it is beyond stunning right now on the North Fork. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous weather. It is, it's um, season here on the North Fork. So I'm excited for all the things that are to happen as the season comes. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm okay.
I'm like, I have construction again in my house, so I'm trying to use my headsets, but they're not working. So we're just going to go with it.
Well, I tried to plug in my phone because for some reason my phone didn't charge last night. And I couldn't get the baby proofing thing out of the.
When we were moving, and I was emptying. Good morning, Rachel. And I was emptying the house. I still found some outlet covers in there, and my kids were 20 something. I was like, I guess they just live there.
Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Rachel, you couldn't have been here at a better day because both Tracy and I need to have serious conversations with you about health and fitness. I know, Tracy, you shared yesterday, so I'm sure I can bring it up.
Yeah.
First of all, I injured my back. So I'm kind of trying to, my son keeps saying to me, pretend you're a marionette and sit as straight and stand as straight because that's all I can do. So I've been flat on the bed for I think this is day 4.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Wow.
It's been day 4, right? But I'm up, and today I have a back brace on, and I'm able to stand and walk from the bedroom to the office, so that's great. And I know, Tracy, you're going through your own struggles of being a new mom.
Well, yeah, I mean, my hormones have changed. I don't share about it often, but I'm in menopause, which I was in menopause prior to getting pregnant. So we had to put my body through a lot of hormonal changes just to be able to carry her. Then I had the regular postpartum, hormone blast, and I was breastfeeding. And now I'm back in menopause and I'm on hormone therapy, and I'm doing all the things I used to do that worked, and they're not working anymore. And it's very frustrating. And, I know it's just a matter of trial and error. And as I said in my post last night, the goal is to live a healthy life, which I am doing, but I'm feeling frustrated that I'm not seeing the results that I used to see.
Yeah.
So, it's hard. It's hard.
Well, there's also that acceptance of either healthy or happiness never is at a constant level, right? I feel like you always have to be I feel like for me, it's like this. I'm there for a moment and then I'm back. So, it's that being on the horse all the time. You can't, if you fall off, you just gotta.
Yeah, our bodies cycle with the seasons, our hormonal cycles, and with age. I mean, it's something we all are struggling with. And then you add in those pregnancies and postpartum, and it's always finding what's going to work again. And you plateau with doing the same thing all the time. So it is always finding that constant change and what works.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's reset a little bit. Tell us more about who you are, Rachel, and what you do.
Sure. My name is Rachel Goodale. I own Stroller Strong Mamas. I'm from Riverhead. I moved in to Riverhead with my husband about 15 years ago. He is born and raised in the house that we live in. So we have pretty strong roots in the North Fork now. I work as a mommy and me fitness instructor. Stroller Strong Mamas has been just a natural, beautiful, organic progression from my first experiences being prenatal instructor, and then continuing to go through all of my certifications as my kids grew. We went to baby wearing, infant, and then we went to the strollers as it got nice out. So I just keep going, and it's just a community vibe. So it is more than just a fitness experience. It is a huge community that we've built of moms coming together for a pretty strong purpose.
I remember remember before I got pregnant, following your account, being like, I can't wait till I have a baby and I can come to these workouts.
Wait, and I found you on Instagram long after I was pregnant and the empty nesting phase. And I literally, I think I commented on one of the things is like, do you have to have a stroller to come to one of these classes?
My mom retired about a year ago, and she has been in, I want to say, at least 2 to 4 classes a week since retiring, and in the best shape of her life. And she does the prenatal postpartum stuff with me, because you're always in that postpartum stage. And it's not even for just moms. I have people that don't even have kids that come. It is just a huge community of moms. So it is for any stage of life.
So what got you into a fitness journey?
So I actually, can you hear me? Okay. I don't know what these just connected. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I just took mine off. I'm like, it's not.
Yeah, they're in and out. So I actually was always I was always active. I did track in high school. I tried different sports. And then when I went to college, really started to explore the gym. And then I would always be a gym goer, but I wasn't seeing progress. I ended up at Aerial Fitness in Riverhead in 2011 and fell in love right then and there with group fitness and what it brings to the motivation in the group, that family fitness vibe. And then I was slowly transitioning out of teaching. I was a special ed elementary school teacher. I didn't find the right fit. It wasn't for me. And we decided to start trying for a family. So in the midst of all of that, I started to get my TRX certification. Was my first certification. Then I went for personal training, group fitness, and it all just kind of exploded into where I am now. Cycling, everything. I just fell in love with the group vibe.
So it sounds like you are a teacher at heart. You just have to find the right audience who you want to motivate. Because even as you're speaking, your face is glowing and smiling. It sounds like you found, like literally, as they say, if you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel like you're working, because you just have this radiant glow like, this is awesome.
I do. I love every second. And I've added in kids fitness, which brings in being able to work with the kids again. I am certified from 3 to adult, basically, now, and adding in toddler, kids, and pre-adolescent. So that'll be dropping in for the summer when they're out of school. And so I am still working as a teacher and able to connect and share a passion. And it does. It makes me glow. I love it.
So how long has Stroller Strong Moms been around? When did you start it?
I started with prenatal classes in 2015, and then we started with baby wearing in 2016 when my son was probably only like 4 months old, and it's been around since. I LLC'd it, and I want to say I started like officially creating the business in 2018, soon after my daughter was born.
So it sounds
it
sounds like a very organic progression of whatever was going on in your life too. You had the baby and you need to work out for yourself. I love it.
And then I started to see what it does for the kids. I started to see my little 2-year-old starting to do burpees and asking to work out with me. And it was like, wait a minute, there's a really big picture here. And then after my daughter, I had really bad postpartum depression, anxiety. I didn't know where to go with it. And I found the more I was with other moms, with a tribe, supportive group, mentally, physically, emotionally, got through a lot of it. And making that time for myself to work out. Even if the kids were with me and they were driving me nuts, it still was getting me out of the house, giving me purpose.
Yeah. What kind of classes do you offer, and how many times a week do you do it?
Oh, so silver lining of the pandemic was now we have virtual. During the pandemic, we got together every day for about 30 minutes. We would do a workout together. It was like this community feel through that. So that was a silver lining. So I start every morning with a virtual class. I do strength. There's cardio, core classes, and we do cycling. Okay. And those are at 5 in the morning, and we do videos. So you can take that video and do it whenever you want. Then we also
Wait, hold
have
on a second.
our,
So for the
yes,
virtual cycling, obviously everybody has to have their own individual stationary bike at home.
yes. You
Okay.
can also join me on a treadmill. I've had people do it on a trampoline and jump as they were just listening to our music and hanging out with us. And then we also have our in-person classes, and those are 7 days a week. We have usually like a 9:30, 10, or 10:30 slot during the week, during the day. And then we have weekend classes. Those are a little earlier, 8 and 9 a.m. And those are all variety. We have yoga, we have bar, we do our cardio kickboxing, we have yoga, my stroller classes, we have strength and core classes. And then I have afternoon classes for working moms. They're at 4:30, 5:30 in the evenings.
And where are all these classes happening?
Oh, all over. So I work with the Mother Nature, what it gives us. We were indoors in a dance studio in Wading River. Thankfully, we were able to use All Star Dance Academy in the East Wind Shops. I work at Stotsky Park. I'm at Bayberry Park. Some things are in my own backyard. Some other friends offer their backyards. It's really like I go where my clients go. So we are generally in the Riverhead area. But yeah, we just kind of flow with the environments where we are.
That's amazing. I love that. And you offer so much. That's great. And are there certain classes that you bring your child and others that you don't, or do you bring your child to all of them, or what's the criteria?
They're all welcome to come to any class. Whether they're part of the workout, you're wearing them, they're in the stroller, or they're playing with other kids. A lot of times we put out, I have like baby weights, and I make a little obstacle. I have a little baby barbell set that I pull out when we're at my house. They're always included, but they're not pressured to be there working out with us. So we allow them to kind of have that freedom. Okay. But a lot of times I'll get a text or a call later on, and like my daughter's telling me exactly what to do. She was listening to everything. I didn't think she was talking. I thought she was hanging out with her friends, but she is being a little drill sergeant and telling me to drop and give me 20 push-ups right now, like you were. They're always watching.
I love what you talked about, building a community, because, you know, as young moms, it's so challenging to either have child support or daycare or all these places. Yeah. And then there's so much guilt involved with kind of, you know, doing something for yourself and not paying attention to your child. So the fact that you can bring your child to all of these and do something good for yourself with them is awesome. And not to mention you're setting the seed in them really young, twofold. Yeah. One, that exercise and healthy life is important, but two, showing them, you know, Tracy, especially at your age where Tilly's just a sponge and soaking everything up. Yeah. Soaking up that you enjoy doing it, or you make that a priority. I mean, I think there's nothing better than sowing that seed in their head.
Absolutely. Yeah, I work out in my attic and most of the time. And Tilly, I have a gate at the bottom, and Tilly stands at the bottom, and she goes, "Mama!" And I always say, like, "Mama loves you. She's working out. You know, she's getting strong for you." You know, and then on the weekends when I don't have a sitter, we work out in the living room together, which, as I'm sure you know, Rachel, takes 10 times longer to finish the workout. But I get out 2 little toys that are like shaped like this, and I say, like, these are yours and these are mommy's. And
well, I love you sometimes post stories where she's part of your workout. You're lifting her. I love that. Yeah. That's so cool.
It's something so important to you. So including them, they're immediately into it because they're a part of something that they know is so important to you. And if you make it a daily exercise or a few times a week, it becomes part of your weekly routine. Yeah. It's like a no-brainer. Okay, it's just time. This is what we do. Yeah. I love that you include her. That's awesome. I think I have seen some of your posts. It's beautiful to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I like lay down to do, you know, weight lifting here, she sits on my belly, and I'm like, okay, you know, and it's fine. Oh, so she's part of it.
We always say it's dangerous to get on the ground. Anytime you're on the ground, they visually see this like obstacle course. They're like, okay, cool. I'm gonna climb around their legs and up and around. And I'm gonna grab onto this and I'm gonna help them and push. Yeah. I love it.
I'm just picturing bringing her to Stotsky Park, and like I'm gonna have to put one of those little like monkey backpacks on her and tie it around my waist, because I could just see her like going off.
I'm so glad you said that, because we have a saying, and it's you're either working out or chasing your child. Either way, you're getting your cardio in.
Yes.
But that is also a huge point to bring up. Everybody thinks their child is going to be that kid. My kid doesn't behave. They're wild. They're not going to listen. And it's probably one of the biggest fears that moms have bringing them into this environment.
Yeah.
And you are, everyone, you are one of a million to think that way. And they bring them and it's like, oh, hey, wait, they played right there with all the other kids and they were right next to us. And it's very rare that they're really actually running away. And if they are, we have a million eyes on them. You don't even know sometimes whose mom is whose, because we're all chasing and going after.
Just chasing the kids. Yeah. What do you suggest someone who wants to bring their child, like what should they bring? Do you have stuff to entertain them? Should we bring our own toys? Should we bring snacks? Like what's the best way to approach it?
Snacks. Once one kid has a snack, they all want snacks. They're just snack machines. No, but I do always bring some balls and sidewalk chalk if we're like by the paths. Some people bring a ton of like trucks in a bag that they just like kind of dump and everybody can play with. Of course, what you bring, your child's not going to want to play with. So it's always like stuff that you don't mind sharing with everyone. Sometimes I'll bring like Tinker Toys or something in an indoor class that they can all build stuff. But I do suggest bringing snacks, tons of water, and like whatever you don't mind sharing, because it really does become for everyone. And then a stroller for the young ones. I do bring a bike for my son. He's 8 or almost 8, and my daughter likes to be on her scooter. So if you have older kids, they don't have to be in a stroller. They can be running with us. They can be on a bike, a scooter. And we're not stuck in the stroller the whole time. The kids come out. A lot of times we stay stationary for some of the workout.
Well, I feel like this is the sign that I need to join one of your classes now. I've been wanting to do it forever, so.
You and me both. One of the things I love, and I don't think we've talked about that enough today, is, and maybe it's out of necessity that you do a lot of the classes outdoors in Mother Nature, depending on the weather, whatever. But I feel like that in of itself adds such an element of healing and positivity, because I know for me, like walks are my thing. No matter what kind of day I'm having in it, even if I go for a short walk, especially a beach or anything around us, it's so beautiful. So do you find that adds to the whole community building? Do moms just throw their stuff down and sit down after and have group therapy?
Yes, and a lot of times we get coffee delivered and we go to the playground. There's a whole, like, we don't leave. We're not on a rush. I always say you get your daily dose. You get your dopamines, you get your oxytocin, you get your serotonin and your endorphins from being outside, socializing, laughing, and exercising all at the same time. I mean, it's like this beautiful, beautiful dose of literally DOSE, dose of like everything you need for starting your day off right and bringing your mood up. And it really, you leave with a smile.
So we had the Norfolk polar bears on once, and I loved the way Dad described. He said, when you meet people in the water, right, they're not wearing their fancy car or their fancy clothes. You just meet the person, and there's conversations had in the water that you wouldn't otherwise. And I feel similarly about this workout tribe, because you're showing up as you are in workout clothes. There's no hiding. There's no moo-moo going and filters and all of that. So I'm sure there are a lot of connections that are formed that are just so amazing that you probably end up doing things outside of the fitness arena.
Yes, we do a lot. We actually have had a few like Mama's Nights Out. We do, I reach out to local instructors. I know like Jackie Zolnicki has done farm yoga for us, special just for our tribe. I do have like, I try to keep that community build. We're doing the Mighty Princess on Sunday all together. So there's always these events that we kind of try to do.
Is that like a Spartan race kind of thing?
Yes. Muddy 5K.
Muddy Princess. Okay.
Yes. And it's
don't get distracted by Princess.
No. But that's the best part about it, is all women. There's just this, like, again, this big strong women tribe community coming together to go through, and we're all gonna wear like tutus and bright pink, and we'll go after it. I might wear a tiara. Yeah. My daughter's got plenty. I can steal one from
Oh,
her.
we
She'll
might
fancy me up.
Tracy and I might need some for
Yeah.
something.
Yes, we
We're
do
gonna-
need
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're going-
It's but we do connect during classes in this like we maybe bash husbands for a second, or we talk about my toddler's driving me crazy. Does anybody have advice? And it is just like this community where we can bounce ideas off each other. I mean, there's been things where I order on Amazon right then and there. I'm like, wait, tell me what that is.
What's
I'm
that?
gonna order right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, whatever that product is, yeah, it'll help me potty train. Cool, I'm gonna get it right now.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of that. Yeah, it's so much more than just the fitness. It really, really is.
So how does someone sign up? Where do they go to your Instagram? Do you have a website? What's the way to sign up for classes?
Yeah, I launched a website in 2019. It's all on there. There's different price packages you can get. So the bigger the package, the cheaper it is. And there's waivers on there that you sign. So it's all like a one-stop. You don't even have to worry about anything else. I also do cash, Venmo. I really am try to flexible with payments, and you only pay for yourself. You don't have to pay for the kids. The kids fitness is separate, but you can use the same package for both. And it covers everything, virtual, outdoor, everything's just one price. I try to keep it really plain and simple on that.
And is it like a package you can buy 10 and then drop in at any, or is it reservations for each?
So if you buy a package of 10, you just register for any of the classes with that package. And there's a 5-pack, a 10-pack, and a 20-pack. And classes are $15 to drop in, and then it drops it to, I believe it's like $13, $12, or $10 if you get the bigger package.
So really,
I used to just
really
show up at the
affordable
park.
for moms. Really
Yes.
affordable for moms. That's great. That's
I
really
used to be
great.
able to just show up at the park and hope that people come, and then it would be like bad weather, and I don't know who's coming. So that was why I had to kind of put a true sign up process on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also great for the person signing up, because I know if I'm committed to something that I'm more likely to show up, rather than, oh, I know there's a class on Tuesday and maybe I'll go, you know?
Absolutely.
But once you click that button, you're like, Tuesday, you made a commitment to go.
Yeah.
There is a 2-hour cutoff for the sign up, just so that I usually right after the cutoff is drop off for my kids, running around, trying to be mom, pack lunches, all that. So I usually pack and ready for the class way before I start with the kid drop off and stuff, because then I'm usually running right to the class. So there's that 2-hour cutoff for that reason. But I always know mom life is wild. Hey, I thought I signed up. You could always text. You know, I'm pretty flexible with all that.
A lot of your classes are outdoors. What do you do if there's inclement weather for an outdoor class? Is it canceled, or do you move it indoors? What do you do?
It depends on the class size, the class type. If we could go virtual, I mean, I usually just reach out to the clients like, hey, do you guys want to try to move it indoors? Would anybody be able to meet me? And then we all kind of decide together. I try to make decisions that morning, because Mother Nature is wild and you never actually know, even though they predict. So
yeah.
It's good though.
Well, I just want to say that as you're describing your business, I think one thing is becoming very clear is that you're finding a way to run this around your existing life. And it's great to know, because, you know, sometimes people who want to start a business think, oh, I have little kids, or I have this hurdle, or I have that hurdle. But really, it is possible to kind of have a business, be a mom, and do all the other things you need to do in the rest of your day also. And you're kind of making it work.
I'm making it work. Yeah. I include my kids as much as I can too. They're what fueled this business, and they're a part of it, a lot of it. My daughter likes to plan the classes now and take over, but they really do. They help me set up for classes. They're part of it. It's become part of them too.
That's wonderful. So we haven't done a NOFO Live 5 since before our party. So I hope we remember the questions, but we generally
we still have that?
Yep, we have it. We generally end the show talking specifically about the North Fork, since this is a North Fork centered show. So I'm going to kick it off and ask you, if you were to take us to lunch or dinner, Rachel, where would you take us out?
Oh, I love going to lunch at Main Road Biscuit. I like breakfast for my lunch. And they just always have local goodies like the fresh eggs and Goodale meats and all that good stuff. So I'll definitely go there. I'll take you there.
Great. I'm in.
So post-workout, are you hanging out at a local vineyard or a brewery? Is there a preference?
So I do bring some classes to Terra Vitae. We do boot camp in the Vines, where you can then either stay and drink, or you can bring out some wine. I don't know that we're going to do it this year, only because they're going through some construction. But if you find me, it's there.
And they're in the family, aren't they?
Yes. It is owned and run by my sister-in-law,
Okay.
Jackie. So
Yeah. We need to have her on the
split.
show. I remember I reached out to her right when they opened, and I think she was overwhelmed with opening, but it's time. We've got to get her on the show.
Oh, yes. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh, for sure.
I went to a bingo night there once. That was fun.
Yeah.
Like a
Yes,
bingo
with
night.
NOFO Mama.
I think the web meeting, the Women's Entrepreneur Group meeting this month is at Terra Vitae also this month.
Yes,
so,
yes.
I did see that. Yes.
Maybe we'll get to see them then. I'm assuming you wake up early for your workouts. Do you catch a sunrise? Do you catch a sunset? Do you have a good spot in around Riverhead?
So there's Baiting Hollow Beach that you can see. There's a few weeks of the entire year you can see the sunrise and sunset at the same time.
Ooh.
Not the same time, but the same day.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
It's pretty incredible. It's usually like right in the middle of July. So you'll catch me there. It's like I'll be up by 4, workout, and sometimes get down there for the sunrise, and then you can also see the sunset, and it is breathtaking.
Oh wow, you're gonna have to tag me in some of those photos. I want to see those.
Well, yes. Sunset chaser, right?
I'll take the sunrise too, because I don't wake up early enough to catch it.
Okay.
That's what she
I'll
needs.
make sure I get
the
those for you.
counterpart. So someone's doing the sunrises for her.
Tag me. Yeah, I follow a few people that live on the bay because they catch a sunrise, and I'm like, can you post more? Because I want to see what it was like tonight.
Maybe that should be my motivation to get up earlier, Sunita. Except then, I have the issue of like I can't leave the baby in the house alone. So
they make these things. They make these things called a stroller, Tracy.
I don't want to wake her up. What she's
Just
up,
saying,
she's up,
they
though.
make these things called a stroller, and again, that's a short-term problem. Believe me, this is a long-term plan. So you will have to post sunrises when she can, walk to the beach with you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
My girl,
okay, so
Sue, Sue Sun, I think you follow her. She does amazing sunrise, sunsets.
Yeah, but
if
she's
you need to see
80%
some
sunset.
sunrises.
She's 80% sunsets. If you know her in person, can you please ask her to post more sunrises?
I will. She gets up with me at 5 a.m. She's one of my 5 a.m.ers. So
she takes some amazing pictures.
So I'll get on her to do more sunrises.
Awesome. Thank you. Perfect. Love it. Who else you got? Should throw out some more names so I can start following.
Oh, I will. I'll find them for you.
Sounds good.
All right, so I assume you eat pretty healthy. So where are you getting your farm stand stuff from? Where are you getting your fresh veggies and fruits?
So I do the Zelenicki Farm CSA because they work with all the local farms and stuff, and they really all combine. But I also will do a lot of stops at Schmidt's. Schmidt's is for everything for us. We go for Christmas trees, pumpkin picking, all of it. It's just down the road from us, and we know the family well, and they're amazing. So we definitely support them.
My husband drives all the way from here to there just to pick up the horseradish thing. He loves the horseradish sauce.
Did you know, Sunita, that a second location opened closer to you in Laurel? They took over another farm stand across from the post office.
On 25?
Yeah, it's called.
I thought I saw a sign, and I'm thinking, was it always there?
No,
I was a little confused.
It was a different farm stand, and they bought it. Yeah,
good to know. And also, I wasn't sure if it is the same. I mean, there's so many people with the same name. Like when I saw your last name, Rachel, I was like, okay, who are you related to? Because that's a North
I know
name,
Yeah.
But at the top of the hour, I know you mentioned that your husband, you guys live in the house that he grew up in. How cool is that? Or how weird is that? Like, I don't know which way you feel.
I guess it could be taken both ways. Yeah, it is. We've made a lot of changes and made it ours, but it is funny because it's like when I first moved in, he had the bed still situated the way his parents did. And I was like, think we're gonna change that. There's some stuff
Well,
that's
but
funny
more
and
so
weird
for
at the same time.
him, because I'm sure he remembers his childhood there. So for him to now see his kids running around in the area where he ran around has got to be
Yes.
so amazing. You
It
know?
is. It really is. It's awesome.
So we usually wrap our show, Rachel, with asking people why they love being a part of the North Fork community.
Oh, everything. We have everything we could possibly need at our fingertips here to live this like vibrant life. The best foods, the best activities for the kids. I mean, you don't find stuff like Harbs or Thinks anywhere else. The love for where we live. I think everybody truly loves where we live.
Yeah.
The beaches and the farms and the lifestyle. It's just incredible. It really is. It's awesome.
It's so special. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Rachel, thank you for coming and bringing your such a positive, uplifting energy. I know I definitely needed it today. My back is already starting to feel like it's going to heal now after chatting with you.
Come to class.
So thank you so much.
And I just wanted to say that I always wear my workout outfit on this show, but I often feel like I have to put on like, you know, a business top and then I wear my workout bottoms. And I was like, ooh, today I can just wear my workout outfit. It's today's show. Yay!
I love it. You guys come to the first class. The first class is always free. So come and check us out.
It's the date. We'll do it.
Awesome.
Once Sunita's back is better.
Yes, please take care of that.
Yes, I'm hoping today's the day that I can move around. Thank you so much. Can you say your name of the website again so people know where to go to check out the classes?
Sure. Stroller Strong Mamas, and it's strollerstrongmamas.com, MAMAS. And if you have any questions, strollerstrongmamas@gmail.com. Get in touch.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Have a good day.
Everybody. We'll see you next Friday.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.